い奇襲に成功して太平洋戦争の火蓋を切った日本軍は破竹の勢いで香港、マレー半島、フィリピン、セレベス、ボルネオなどに進撃し、ジャワ攻略作戦の包囲網を完成した。ジャワ作戦最大の目的はその豊富な石油資源の獲得とともにスマトラ・ジャワ両島を結ぶ大防御線を作ることにあった。ジャワ島は当時のオランダ領インドシナ、今のインドネシアである。
Alright, hello everybody. This is Mr. MMW and I'm coming back to you with yet another episode of War in the Pacific. This time is the end of the month, therefore that means that this is the monthly Imperial conference. Let us first of all take a look at what happened last turn, and then we'll take a look at what we will do going forward. First of all, the air battle last turn was pretty good, against some interesting air cobra losses, but besides that, we did take some casualties, pretty good though. The air losses were even better, of course. Ship-wise, we lost 2 ships due to the guns at Arakan, and we sunk the Louisville together with some APs. And by the way, we can show all-time losses. If we look at us, of course the Haruna is the #1 loss for us. But besides that, mainly a bunch of APs, mainly due to bombs and coastal guns and torpedoes. Not too many though, not too many, which is good. Meanwhile, if you look at the allies, take a look at this list. Tons of AKs, a pretty big number of tankers, take a look. Transports, 4 heavy cruisers, that's good, and some battleships. Supposedly 4 battleships, which I guess isn't great, but it's not horrible either. And the Enterprise, of course, and a bunch of light cruisers, a bunch of destroyers too. That's good. Let us take a look at the commander's report. There we go. So, I'm gonna have to do this in a bit of a weird way, but I'm gonna cover, actually I'll cover what happened, what happens this turn instantly. So, I'm sending 50k supplies to Rabaul, and this is because my logistics situation in Japan is actually pretty bad. Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a bit how that is going. Besides that, 2 important things. The 22nd Air Flotilla from Singkawang is going to Sabang, and the 11th from Makassar is going to Rabaul. This is to replace the 21st, and that one will be moving to Numea. And also the Kedoptai 2 will continue striking at Colombo. Alright, so let's also, by the way, take a look at our to-do lists over here. I have detailed invasion plans for Java, Ceylon and India, and the Fiji fiasco scenario. Let's go through them, because it is of course important for our operational plan. So let's cover this now. So we have failed to capture Java in January. This is unfortunate, but we will of course do so in February. And my idea is to, because we saw that there were tons of allied units in Tejiljap, I'm going to have to split the 22nd in half, and one will go and take Batavia and then Bandung, and the second is going to go straight into Jakarta and then to Tejiljap, insofar as to save some time. and my BBs will help bombard. Now with Ceylon, soon enough we will be launching, hopefully in February, that invasion too. I will mainly be blockading Medan and Colombo with 2 cruiser divisions while the BBs bombard Trincomalee, and I will be landing directly onto Trincomalee and not one of the auxiliary bases. My CVs of course will disable the airfield and then go to Bombay to destroy whatever is left of the British fleet. And with this we essentially have completely crippled the entire British Navy, their entire capabilities, and afterwards we will be able to use all of our naval forces in the Pacific and completely ignore the Indian Ocean, pretty much. Of course our air forces will still be supporting our troops, and of course it's the job of the 14th Army to invade. And of course the Air Army in Rangoon presses the Calcutta in the meantime. And this is of course the provisionary. The 25th is I'm going to assign it to take Bengal, as in the province. The 16th to take Assam, and then they both will converge and take North India, while the 14th, after it's done with Ceylon, will go and occupy South India. Of course, Western and Central India is still difficult to capture because you simply don't have enough forces, but we shall see. And then the Fiji fiasco. So, this is a bit of a problem. So I have one division that's going to reinforce there, but I will not wait for Ichki to arrive. He will arrive in June, I think, but of course I do not want that. So I will either go for one of these two scenarios. Either I will make a reverse Guadalcanal and be satisfied with only occupying half of the island, or I will go completely bail on capturing Fiji and starve it, essentially, and instead make Pago Pago the main base in the Fiji area. So there you go. We can, by the way, see how our operational plans are going. We did in fact capture Loyang and Xi'an. Congratulations. And we did indeed do some cleanup. Congratulations. We did not, unfortunately, advance on this anything further than this though. Actually, we did capture Kenshin, interestingly enough. I have no idea why I put it into March, but that's okay. So, in December, we did fail to capture some bases. We did so this time. We did capture Borneo, New Guinea, Northern Malaya, and Manila, of course. But we unfortunately failed to capture Batavia. Moulmein we did. Let me put it this way, like this. Java. We captured most of Sumatra, but not the entirety of it. And we of course captured Numea, New Caledonia. So I'm gonna actually transfer it here. And there you go. And also, nah, I wouldn't say I completely captured all the auxiliary bases, so I'm still gonna do this. I wanted to actually hurry the Burma operations to do them in January, but unfortunately I was not able to do this. Now, of course, I want to hurry up these invasions, of course, the Fiji and Ceylon especially, and hopefully northern Burma too, but we shall see if we are managing to do this. Besides that, this is pretty much it for this right now. When I get to in a bit I'm gonna cover oh yeah, the pilots. In a bit I'm gonna cover also the research, but let me also show you our tracker. And here it is. As you can see, I have not been using it much because I don't really need to. But you can take a look at how things have progressed, mainly in terms of supply. Take a look. We started the game with about 3 million supply, and now we're down 1 million. Meaning that I don't really have much supply to spare right now. I never want to go below 1.5 million supply. So I'm going to have to cut back, not on operations, but on running costs. So I will not be able to really reinforce Rabol and such areas with much supply. And especially the South China area. I will not be reinforcing it with supply at all. So they're gonna have to make do. Also the same with fuel, 1 million, but we still have enough. The oil and resources, of course, are not really a concern. You can also see my points and our heavy industry. We are getting to nearly to that 8,000 value. That's the most efficient quantity. And of course, now that we have captured quite a lot of bases, oil producing bases, we are nearly at 2,000 oil centers, but we still have quite a bit of them to capture. Not really that much. Actually, I can show you, perhaps, at the engine production first of all. Take a look. And these are the numbers in parentheses. You can see what I'm producing right now. And this is how things look for the airframes available. If you want to get just a number, a total number, there you go. And now let's go back to our notepad. So a few things will happen. I have not done them yet because I want you to see it on cam when I change things. So I am aware that I am doing some things quite inefficiently, but frankly I'm not going to quit. I will continue doing things the way I like doing them, even though they might not be meta, if you will. But I very simply like having a lot of utility planes. So here you go. Nothing had changed here really. And oh yeah, it's over here. I'm going to be converting 4 factories to research in order to achieve the new standard, let's say. Some of the ones that are currently in production, and this is also due to me not having many engines, and because I want to get started, I cannot delay the research any further. One of the Jakes goes to research, and so does one of the Oscars, because we have already built. We don't really have much in the reserve, but our maintenance can't really keep up. And this is the plan. Take a look. There you go. I kept the 1941 plan going for 1 more month in order to build more Oscars and also build some Nels, yeah, and some extra Jakes, but I'm downgrading the Jakes to 2 lines and the Oscars from 3 to 2. So there you go. These are the numbers. These are the numbers for December. These are the numbers for January. You can see we have met our quota for HE35s, and this I will be going with this for pretty much the entirety of the game. We are slowly building up to the HE34. This is going. We have nearly achieved the balance of 180 for HE33. Of course, the HE33 I'm very low on right now, but this is because I was building 30 extra Jakes. So there you go. Of course, this is a bit of a problem because the HE33 is going to go down in the future, so I will have an excess of them. But that's okay, I guess. The AG32 is slowly, it of course hasn't matched up yet, but by next month I think it will be about at the proper level. And here is the total. This is for December. Let me... There you go. To note it. This is the plan, right? And this is my progress. You can see how I'm progressing, and in the future, of course, this will be completed with more stuff. And I'm going to also do that in-game right now. Let us go to the game. And let me minimize it. Here we are. At the engines, of course, I don't have to touch anything because, yeah, things are going. Of course, things are not repaired, you see. But, for example, our HA60 is going well, and our HA45, all of them are completely repaired, and they are producing. I would like to replace one of the ones active with an HA45, but I guess not. So, here we are. This is my production. First of all, let me check, because you can only do this once, of course. One of the Bettys, for example. This one, because I'm not going to be producing this aircraft anymore. I'm going to be building France's. The HA45 variant, of course you have to be careful. There you go. One of the Jakes. They will go to the Frank. If I can remember which one it is. This one. One of the Nates. Of course I intended to have them build for quite a while, but no such luck. One of them will go to the George. If I can find it. Not this one. There you go. And then the last one will go to a 0, actually. Actually, not to a 0, I'm dumb. 2 and where is it? The H6N2 Rufe. There you go. So this is what I have. This is what I'm building for maintenance. Sonia? Yeah. Everything should be well. I think so. And also one of the Jakes and one of the Oscars will go to research. One of the Jakes will be upgraded. To the norm? Yeah. No, sorry. To the B variant. And one of the Oscars K43 to A. There you go. And over here you can see this is one of them in Gifu. Expand. And this is my new standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 factories on planes that I really want to get researched. And 5 or so on the other ones. Where is the... I'm blind again. Ah yeah, of course, it immediately got converted to, because it's on the upgrade line, it's completely done already. My Nix, they are going to be burning a lot of engines, but they are good. So are the Helens. here is the Frank. This one straight up took 10 of them, there you go. And one of the Georgias. There you go. Oh, and one of the Frances, of course. This one needs 12. And there you go. This is my build for now. Screw the PT engine that only appears in 1945. I will win the war without it. So, what else? Allow me to show you. For example, our pilots, you may have looked last turn. These are all our top pilots, quite a lot. And when we look at our reserve pool, take a look. Yeah. And over here, this is the Navy, quite a lot of them. And the bombers, the army, I mean. I can also take a look. I can also show you in game. For example, if I click on this, I can look at the reserve. This is the army, of course. The fighters. It is almost 700 of them exist, and about nearly all of them, about 100 don't, but the rest are at least partially trained. Anything over 60 will go into field work, because I do quite a lot of field training. So everything above this line is already trained for our bombers. And of course I'm going to make them dual purpose pilots. About half of them are trained and half aren't. And who cares about recon? With these guys, this is a bit more interesting. With fighters, I don't have that many, but most of them, let's say about 50 or so, are not trained, but most of them are at least partially trained, and we do have some veterans. Now at bombers, of course, we have a few who are specialized in ground bombing. In naval bombing, we don't have that many, unfortunately. Only about, let's say, 50 or so. And in torpedo bombing, we have a bit more actually. About 100 or so. So that's good. But of course we need to train all of them, both in naval bombing and naval torpedo. We don't really need to do this, but if you have a pilot trained that, why not? You may also notice that I don't have many in the patrol pool. Why is that? Well, that's because the second stage, let's call it, of training has begun. Not for these guys are just training for torpedo bombing. But remember what I said about my plan of making one big generation of pilots, of scout planes. These guys are already somewhat trained in naval search, and now they are training for a month in ASW. You may notice these guys have been training for naval search, and now they are training for ASW. And once they are trained in both, I can release, and I will have like 300 pilots trained in both naval search and ASW by the end of this month, hopefully. Next month, I mean. So there you go. This is pretty much it. I'm pretty sure there isn't much left, really. My oil logistics will of course be happening whenever I capture Java. So I think we are about ready to turn the turn. Alright. So let us also, by the way, before I forget, Let's look at all the land-based units. We can take a look, for example, at their kills. Of course, the 54th squad is the best, but this one is also pretty damn good at 60. And some of these pilots are really good. Really good. I can also, by the way, show you how many I have in Tracom. There you go. 25 for the Navy and 15 for the Army. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Also, by the way, Mr. Kato himself. Where is he? There you go. He has become an ace. Amazing. But there you go. Let us turn the turn and see what happens. Bit of a longer episode, of course, but yeah. This is just what happens at the end of the month. I also, by the way, adjusted some of the ship production stuff because I was getting low on points. And I turned off some shitty subs, some of those transport subs. Here we are intercepting a transport, failing twice. Interesting. One of our AKLs sinks. Okay. Here we are in the morning. Oh, right at the tip of the formation we detect a transport, but of course we don't hit it because why would we? We are a pacifist nation, of course. Here we are sweeping over Colombo. Not much of a response, interestingly enough. Just 5 drops. And over Chongqing, also not much of a response. Only 4 Warhawks, 2 of which die. Here are my betties. I'm not wasting any more torpedoes on those guys. Ooh, here we go, finally an allied air bombing, I guess. With Vincent's. I have no idea what kind of bomb these guys carry. A damn big bomb, take a look. 500 kilogram bombs. Wow, that's pretty impressive. If only they didn't suck. And some Hudsons. But I'm nearly done unloading that. I'm also gonna attack pretty much everywhere, right? And here we go again over Colombo. This time striking with everything we have. I do of course have them on naval patrol first, but apparently no ships outside the port, which is I guess good, maybe. Here we are bombing. Clear skies, moderate rain actually. And here we go. Some pretty decent damage actually. 3 light cruisers permanently crippled and some AKs. No sign of the whatever that ship, that heavy cruiser was. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention we are doing one of these maneuvers because I'm hoping perhaps to catch whatever is in Madras if we have the opportunity. Some SBs, SB3s. Here we are moving to encircle Sumatra. I mean, Surabaya. Here we are attacking again at Auto, but once again failing. These guys are way too well entrenched. But of course they will run out of supply eventually. And here is our attack at Nadia again. Hopefully our division will be able to target the tank battalion now. I'm gonna take a look at that. By the way, I also replaced one of the commanders for these guys because he was really shit. And here we go. No, we targeted the cavalry division regiment, I guess, which is unfortunate, of course. But we do capture Nadi. That's very good. That is, of course, very good. And hopefully we do destroy some tanks. And of course I have no idea how much stuff is in Suva, supply wise. 2 aircraft destroyed and 56 vehicles destroyed. That's not bad, I guess. I have no idea how many do they have. Not many, like half of them we destroyed. That's pretty good, pretty good. But we do of course need a little rest. And here we are attacking at Surbaya. They do have some decent AV here, but of course...
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy,
Yes.
Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo.
What a nice end of the month gift.
Morale and some music
Of course, we only managed to do this
Today, the
with the help
government
of
announced
the native
victorious
population rising up
Japanese Empire have captured
together with us.
Surabaya.
They welcomed us. They welcomed our forces kind of like this. Yeah. And they do actually manage to retreat, but of course they have nowhere to retreat to. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Hopefully it is not destroyed either. And here we are attacking at Pegu, the Indian Brigade, okay. Yeah, and we do nearly shatter it. That's very good. Oh, one last attack at Horn Island before we go. I am picking these guys up to take them, yeah. Here we are attacking at Tarkan. These guys do need supply. Unfortunate. But I am bringing reinforcements. And at Luganville, okay. Here we are attacking again at Port Blair. And we don't quite manage to capture it, unfortunate. But here you go. Most of our stuff is in position, and of course our victory is inevitable, especially now that we captured the Sorbia. Let us hope and pray that it's not too damaged. We captured the Amoy back. God, I hate that base so much. Now intercepting a cargo ship. And this time we do get a hit. And yet another one. Oh, this one had the troops on board, very nice. This is why you do something like this. What? Oh yeah, this is just supply being delivered. Where is this? Hello, what the hell is this? That's a heavy cruiser. What the hell? I have no idea where this is. That That's the Houston, holy moly. I thought she was dead. The Houston. Holy. Where was she hiding until now? This is, oh, these are our, this is the 11th air thing. The British sailor and the Houston. Where are you? Right here, near Srong. Jesus. What a place. What a place for them to be hiding. Huh? But they don't have any fuel there, like, what are they doing? Ah, maybe they were in Darwin. But what are they doing? That's a really weird place to have ships. Here we are sweeping Colombo again. One drop dead. Sweeping Chongqing again. One P-40 dead. Oh, here they are bombing us. Oh yeah, some ships are going back to... I didn't completely unload, unfortunately. Well, it does tell me that they certainly have enough supply for their troops to, you know, to launch such attacks. Now, here is the American ship. That's okay. Next turn, I think we will begin our march, our loading process onto Java. These guys will not surrender, Jesus Christ. And there you go, that's it. That's the turn. That's one quick look at where our division is going. And then we will wrap it up. And we do, of course, get some stuff at the end of the month. There you go. First of all, this is, I forgot to feature it. This is our 7th division. It is going straight to Nadi. Refueling at Rook first. Yeah, and I'm also transporting some stuff around. But first order of business. Here is Sorobaya. Pray and hope, pray and hope. Yes. It's a little damaged, but perfectly manageable. Perfectly manageable. I am very lucky to have gotten nearly all of the oil bases completely undamaged. I'm very lucky with that. And also our Imperial Guards division is here, and together they will be able to take Rangoon without any issues whatsoever. Let's take a look at one final thing. Some losses, pretty equal actually. That's okay. But ship-wise, of course, it is not quite equal. Supposedly a sub. And some ships, and we know that we crippled quite a lot of stuff in Colombo. So it does tell me that they do have quite a lot more ships here, which is interesting. Also two destroyers here apparently. But anyway, it's enough for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.